Great discussion. We're going to move on to our final panel, closing out and batting cleanup. We have the chair of the Economic Development and Commerce Committee, Governor Ducey, is going to lead a discussion along with Governor Kelly on removing occupational licensing barriers to employment. Governor Ducey.
Thank you very much, Governor Hogan, and thank you, Governor Bullock. And I want to say, while you'll hear Governor Kelly and I talking about occupational licensing, I hope what you're really hearing is how to grow prosperity in your individual state, because that's what this reform really does do. In Arizona, we've worked hard to make our state a land of opportunity for all. We've been fighting for occupational licensing reform for years. In 2015, we eliminated occupational licensing requirements for citrus, fruit and vegetable packers, yoga instructors at the request of yoga instructors, and driving school instructors. In 2017, we waived licensing fees for people earning less than 200% of the federal poverty level. And we were proud that last year, Arizona led the nation in lifting people out of poverty, and we believe that that policy had a place in that good result. So several years ago, we wanted to expand this even further. Arizona began recognizing licenses that were out of state for military spouses. It worked well, so the thought was, why not extend this same freedom to everyone? Today, we're proud to say that Arizona is leading the way as the first state in the nation to grant universal recognition of occupational licenses from other states. So the idea is straightforward. We believe that you don't lose your skills just because you pack up a U-Haul and move from one state to our state. We're happy that you did. We want to welcome you. We want you to be able to get to work and earn a living. So this is about working men and women of America who are looking for their shot at the American dream, and we want to make sure that there's no obstacle in their way to pursue it. Behavioral health professionals, dental professionals, contractors, and more, over 600 Arizonans have received licenses under this new law in just a few months. Just one example is after we passed the law, and I believe before it even went into effect, I was back here in Ducey visiting. Arizonan came up to me in the airport, introduced himself, and was thrilled about the law, but didn't think that it would support the license that he had. I asked him what his license was, and he said it was he was a certified public accountant. And while we did pass it more for the trades and those types of things that you see in other states, the law does cover certified public accountants. So now he's in Arizona, wanted to move there full time. He's going to get his license and get to work. So we're proud of this progress. We think there's real opportunity on this front, and we're not going to slow down or rest on that laurel. This year, we've got a bill in the legislature that will require regulatory boards and commissions to have ordinary people. And I mean ordinary people and not industry insiders or cronies that are there to block or stifle competition, to make sure that it's those citizens that reflect a majority of the membership of these boards. The goal is to give unbiased public members more influence on these boards' decisions. There's also a bill that will stop these boards from collecting additional fees once they hit a certain threshold of cash reserves. We have some of our boards stockpiling millions of dollars in cash while still collecting fees on hardworking Arizonans, and we want that to end. And we are going to waive occupational licensing fees for our military heroes and their spouses. Just as Arizona, at this same setting over other NGA meetings, has been able to glean so many great ideas from other states over the years, even though I believe this is a competitive advantage for Arizona in terms of population growth, I'd like to see every other state apply it, because I think it will help the prosperity of our nation and allow people with skills to get to work without obstacles in their way. This is something I think you'll find broad bipartisan support for. That's what we found in Arizona. So I want to thank you and turn it over to Governor Laura Kelly from Kansas to tell us what's going on in the heartland. Governor?